Guys, welcome to today's video. Today is going to be a fun one. We are going to be touring the brand new, not so new, reloading room. Anyway, so before we get there, in July, let's do that. In June 2021, we decided, okay, we have to move because we're running out of space at our old house. So this is the spot. Let me close this. So basically, as you come in the front door, we've got our staircase leading up to the top of the house, which is actually where we live. Now, I'll give you guys a brief tour of that. And then downstairs through this area over there is, you guys remember Kalikudu that my mom painted? That is where my office is located. Now, the beauty of this setup at this house is that we're able to live upstairs, and my daughter is able to run around upstairs and be super noisy and everything and not bother me too much at work. So this is sort of what the upstairs area looks like. We've got a nice kitchen at the back there, super cool. Hey, even if we do like a cooking channel, my mom also painted that. Now, the scale of this thing is ridiculous. So as you can see, it's gigantic, but we have the super wide lens on. We got a little stoopy over there, like a porch where I pretty much have breakfast every single day. We put in a fireplace when we moved here, but if we do like a cooking channel, we could film something like this, and I can show you guys how I do braaibroodjies and steaks. If you want to, let me know. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much upstairs is where we live. Kitty's little play areas around that corner. I've got a built-in braai over there. Hell, I can show you guys that. Very much going to be an informal video. That's Lily. Hi, Nan. Doesn't speak English. It's Hungarian. So this is Olivia's sort of play area where, she plays. Yeah. Outside, we've got some lounges and stuff and a really nice garden. I don't want to spend too much time here because you guys are here for the reloading video, but I kind of wanted to give you a tour nonetheless. So I got a little fish pond going here with some koi's and stuff. Ooh, almost dropped the camera. See the wind's blown over a thing. And then when I got back from SHOT Show, we found a giant Cape Cobra in the garden. This is Olivia's trampoline, and then at the back of the house over here we've got a really long piece going all the way down there, and I actually shoot my bow out here, which is really cool and sort of Cam Haynes-ish, if you will, except Cam can actually shoot his bow. Anyway, let's head downstairs and I'll show you guys the reloading room. Also, our room sort of opens up onto this outside area too. And now I have picked up Louis, who has joined us, and I haven't located any of the cats. Speaking of, that guy over there, his name is Forrest, named after UFC fighter Forrest Griffin. Throwback, I think it was UFC Ultimate Fighting Championships 1, the one where they sort of stayed in the house. And I named him Forrest. I found him in a factory and I actually raised him with a bottle. Now, if we go through here, we go into my garage. So I've sort of got my chest freezer over there where we have meat from all the stuff we hunt. Obviously, we hunt for our food. You got multiple safes at the back over there. And then, really cool part, I obviously do some product photos and stuff for, APW, or whether it's my store or whatever the case may be. So I've got sort of a permanent little photo booth set up in there. I was actually taking some pictures earlier of some stuff. I gotta leave this open because otherwise that light will remain on. Well, it won't for long because Eskom, our national power grid supplier, corrupt company, will turn off my electricity in a couple of minutes. Then over here we've got the store. So this is where all your goodies come from. If you've ordered stuff from the Impact Pro Shop, it comes from here. Now, I have a lady called Sam, and some of you have dealt with Sam in the past, that actually runs the store. So she works from here or in my office, which we'll get to now if I'm sort of editing and stuff, and then we'll be bouncing back and forth. But for the most part, almost all of our stock is kept here. We've got Strike Eagles, Sky Pods, loads of MDT stuff. There's a lot of stuff. We send out a ton of packages. Shameless plug, if you want to support the channel, impactproshop.net. Now, this specific setup here was a very big reason why we also decided to pull the trigger on this house. You see, at my old house, we had 2 garages and our cars couldn't fit in the garages at all. And this house, the cars actually fit, both cars fit. My wife's out at the moment. And then we have that 3rd garage, which the whole store runs out of. So we have way more space. And then the game changer is obviously my office down here. Now this is not actually meant to be an office. This is meant to be a bedroom, okay? So this is sort of a granny flat, if you will, below the house. So we're upstairs obviously when we live there, but this is my office where I spend the majority of my time. Apologies, I've been looking sort of at the screen because I want to make sure everything's in frame for you guys. Now on this chair is where I spend the vast majority of my time. Now I used to have a really janky chair back when we started the channel. It had like super squeaks and everything, and then in 2021, I believe, my mates all got together and they bought me this super awesome chair. And what I did to put the icing on the cake, because I spend quite a lot of time editing and stuff, I was like, hey, let's get one of these sort of standing desks. So this desk is actually, I can control the height of the desk, which is super handy. So I can basically put the chair here on one side and the desk will raise itself up to a level that I like, and I can stand and work and run in and out. Especially sometimes, you know, I'll be filming something and I'm going, Pete, it would be awesome if we could add this shot, and I can quickly run inside, grab that frame or something like that, set up something really quick, come back and see if it's going to work or not. So the standing desk has been a really good game changer. Also got it on Take-A-Lot. I'll see if I can leave you guys a link to the desk on Amazon or something like that, but it wasn't that expensive, but it's been a really awesome addition. Then in here we've got like a couch for people to chill on. Sam sometimes sits and works over there when we're sort of bouncing emails. I am terrible at admin. If you've ever emailed with me or WhatsApp with me, you probably know that. Not my strong suit, but I kind of eventually realized I need to hire somebody to help me with that. Then these are like stacker doors over here, so they can all open and close. And if I want a dry fire, my little dry fire thing is right over there. Now for the most part, I leave these doors open in the mornings because there's a nice little breeze that comes in here. I'm thinking of getting like some kind of patio type of situation going there, but I don't want to cloud the space too. And by the way, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you might recognize that stump. I've taken some really cool photographs on that stump. And then from our hunt last year, we've got like some of our kudu horns and stuff over here. So that's pretty much this office. I've got all my, let's get this chair back, all my sort of trophies, NRL things. Probably the thing I'm most proudest of, there's two things on here that are really cool. Let me show you guys this. Really proud, obviously, of my 100,000 subscriber clock that we've got from YouTube, which is really cool. And then this is something super cool. I don't think I've ever shown anybody this. Let me try and focus on that. This is the first money that I ever made shooting. It's $617. And I never ever cashed this check. And it's actually quite a lot of money, especially in South African rand. So I keep that sort of there as a little reminder how far we've come. So I've got, you know, in that sort of red toolbox over there is all my camera lenses, all the chargers, all of those kind of things. Backpacks, different lenses, the works, got some kitchen stuff. We can obviously make teas and coffees down here. And then very importantly, you never want to get thirsty. So we're always stacked. Shout out to my friends from CBC that always keeps my craft beer in stock. And as you've seen on some other videos, I am a little bit of a Red Bull junkie. Then through this door, boom, is the door. So basically when I'm sitting at my desk over there, I have the door where we started this video at, over there, the wooden door, and then we're through here for the office tour. This video is going to be super edit light. I'm pretty much just gonna upload this raw because I want to give you guys sort of an authentic experience. Now, in these cupboards over here, I've got all my hunting clothes, shooting bags, rifle bags, pelicans, all of those wonderful things. And then this is the sort of tactical wall that you guys always see. Let me zoom this camera out so we can show you a little bit better. Now, the size of this room isn't as big as you'd think. It's not a massive room. I mean, there's sort of my hands. In fact, if I get a measuring tape over here, I'm going to hook it up against that wall. Over to here is 2 meters. So it's not the biggest room in the world, maxing out the tape basically at 2.6 meters over here. So it's not, it's really not. I hope this video gets a lot of views because I'm going to need to replace that tape. So it's not the biggest room in the world. Now, I'm usually always working on 1 or 2 videos at a time. So kind of going to work on that 2 to 3 Remington video at the moment. I've got a really exciting video planned over here. So more on that later. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's basically a Gen 3 razor on something that you don't expect it to be on. And what's really cool about the system, a lot of you guys have asked me, Pete, where did you get these panels? Okay, because it looks like Gallotech, which is a company that does these in America. Gallotech's not available in South Africa, so we designed our own. A guy, Nick, helped me a lot to design these. Let me know if we should sell these on the Pro Shop. If there's a market for them, I can have them made, we can carry them in stock. They're freaking awesome for organizing stuff, because I hate stuff just lying around everywhere. It drives me absolutely insane. So as I said, we've got that video coming. This is actually a video that I've been working on for quite a while. Not quite sure what direction I'm gonna go with this, but we'll see that when we see that. Then got our presses over here. By the way, shelving downstairs is spare optics, magneto speed, sort of my go-to shooting just case. Every time I go shooting, I just grab that. All my stuff is always in there that I don't get to the range and I go like, you forgot this. So I kind of keep that all packed. Got the auto trickler there. I'm working on a really cool vortex video with like multiple versions of the razor. This wall is just black. We've got some foam stuff over there, and then overhead we've got crazy lights. Now when I'm actually filming, I don't have sort of these big lights on that are on at the moment. I will grab my remote, which is over here, and then if I turn all those lights off and I hit the remote, boom. Okay, now all of our sort of studio lights are on. It's much better for me to make content like that because I can basically control the light exactly the way I want it to, and it makes it way easier for me to color grade videos and stuff like that. So this wall is just black. There's really nothing on that at all. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when Eskom turns off your electricity. Did you see that? We actually got that on video. Eskom, yellow. Anyway, so I'll be back once I fire up the generator. Right, so my wife ended up putting the storeroom key in her handbag and couldn't fire up the Jenny, but went for a run. No excuses, right? Anyway, back to the video. Right, so we're back. The key for our storeroom outside where we keep the generator to fire up all the lights when our national electricity provider turns our lights off was not in its place. And if it's not in its place, it's everywhere. So I decided to go for a run. Anyway, so we could fire up the TV and the stuff again. So where were we with regards to our tour? Yeah, so I was saying this wall's black. We got soundproofing stuff. We've got a really cool overhead lighting system. And then I've got soundproofing all the way there. And then at the back here, we're gonna get to this is the good part now. But as I said earlier, this is kind of like, this is meant to be a granny flat. So there's actually a shower and a whole bathroom in this space. So I've got water over here if I need to do some reloading stuff or wash my hands or whatever. There's a loo for when nature calls. And then I've kind of converted the shower into another storeroom. So I've got all my tripods there sort of set up at predetermined heights if I need to film using a tripod. I've got an emergency whiteboard if I need to do some kind of graphic or something. And this is also where, let's go in here. This is also where I store all my brass, and that's a failed experiment with kinetic sand in a shooting bag, which really doesn't work like it should. But we got 2 to 3 Remington brass for days, Dasher brass, all my big Sherman brass. That's where all my brass lives. So there's a little window up there, which is sometimes a little bit annoying, okay, because when we do videos, the lighting and stuff can change. And then on this wall, actually, let's turn around this way. Let me move this ACC just lying there. And I recently put up this TV. I didn't always have this TV. Let's fire this guy up. So I've got a TV down here because oftentimes, you know, when we're reloading and stuff like that, there's a couple of things we do, you know, that sometimes feels like laborious tasks. You know, you're doing flip and de-priming like 400 pieces of brass or 800 pieces of brass or whatever. So it's super cool to have a TV, and I'll have a Rogan podcast or just music or like some kind of business podcast or something like that rolling on that. And then what's also really cool about that is if I'm filming on sort of our main angle and I change this to that, Now on that TV is where I'm able to sort of see if I'm, my framing is correct. So if I'm kind of facing there, I look away from the camera, but there's a camera tucked up all the way over here. So if we come in really close, okay, I'll show you guys. This camera lives on my little tool wall here, and if we go in front of it, we can sort of see ourselves. Hello mama, ik zit here. And this is sort of the setup with regards to my tools. So I've got all my podcasting stuff. So when we fire up the podcast, we haven't done in a while, that's all down there. My microphone's neatly tucked away down there. I've got all my tools that I use on this sort of wall, and my orange vise, which has been an absolute game changer. And as you guys have noticed, I like being sort of organized. So I've got all my reloading stuff is literally at my fingertips. So in the top drawer is sort of verniers, those kind of things. All my annealing made perfect little bits. All my primal rights priming tools, case wax and bushings and all of these kind of things, and pocket knives and things. And then I bought a label maker so I could actually label where what is. So if I pull out my sort of die thing, I know, right, there's my Sherman dies, there's my 28 Sherman mag, my 223 Remington. This isn't labeled. That's another set of 223 Remington dies, but basically everything's got a label on. All my Ali Wilson inline dies are over here, so then I know, whatever I need, I don't have to now fiddle out and try and see, okay, which one was this? It just makes your life a whole lot easier. Oops. There's some loading stuff that I still need to jot down, so that's why they are riding in there. Then I've got, this is my messy drawer. Okay, warbirds, raptors, scope rings. This is the mess drawer. Okay, this is my tool drawer, so all the little tools, all the things I need. Oh wait, you guys can't see that anymore. Okay, so this is the mag drawer over here. So we've got mags for absolute days. Let me zoom you out a little bit. And then this is the optics drawer, so we got some optics and stuff in there. And then the bottom drawer is literally labeled kakkies, which is our Afrikaans word of the day, and that is where all the other stuff is in. And then I've also got a fan. I did make one mistake when I sort of designed this space. I didn't build these desks myself, but I did all the measurements and the stuff, and I gave them to my business partner Skalk, who also has a big manufacturing business. And they actually made these desks for me. More specifically, his dad, Wim Skalk, made these desks. Now the problem is, this desk that you guys are on at the moment, the sort of back wall desk against the tactical wall, and this desk never really goes anywhere. Now the reason for that is, they're in the corners, they're out the way. But sometimes when I'm filming on sort of that camera over there, I want a desk where I can explain stuff and I can have sort of a tabletop view. And then I have to move that desk. Now what's really cool is all the desks are on caster wheels. So I can move that desk and the wheels can also lock. But the problem is, because I put the toolbox there, which is very neatly tucked away, but to give the desk strength, there was square tubing behind the toolbox. So in hindsight, being 2020 as always, I should have actually had that red sort of drawer system tucked away in one of these side desks where I'd never have to really move it. And then I could just pull that desk freely, because what I need to do now is I need to remove the red one, which is not the end of the world because it's also on wheels, put it against that wall over there, and then I can pull that closer. But yeah, underneath, I can show you guys what we have here. We got some razors and stuff over here. We have chassis galore. I don't know if the lighting is going to allow us to do that, but there are some chassis down there. There's some chassis down there. We got tools. We got J. Allen chassis. We got more MDT stuff. Annealing made perfect machine, cables and all sort of things, Wi-Fi connections and extensions for all the different, accessories we run. And then on this side, I've got some, just bits and pieces in there. And then recently got this workshop knife sharpener, which maybe you guys want to see a video on that. Pretty freaking cool. And yeah, got some other things, just notebooks and stuff like that. Oh, my legs are sore from my run. I hope this has been insightful for you guys. I hope you learned some lessons. Perhaps something that could be very cool if you guys are open to it. I'm going to open up the email address again, and I'll have that down here for you. Is you could send some pictures or videos of your reloading room setups, and I can maybe review them on the channel, and then we could have like a little series. I review your reloading room, and maybe that can inspire some future people to build out their reloading rooms. Let me just grab a swig of water here. It's been a day and a half. So yeah, I think that could be fun if I sort of reviewed and you guys gave us a little bit of a walkthrough. And if you're comfortable, obviously we don't have to name you. If you want, just say yay, nay. And then let's have a little tour of your reloading setup, even if it's just a photograph. And then we can sort of rank them and we can see who has the coolest reloading room out of all our subscribers. So this is mine. It's taken a long time to get here, so don't feel like if you're getting new into the hobby, you need all the stuff that you see in here. You certainly do not. But a lot of the stuff that I have in here saves me a lot of time because I'm so thinly spread already with regards to doing all the different things we're doing. I need to be super efficient when I am reloading or working on a rifle, whatever the case may be. Guys, I thank you very much for watching. Thank you to MDT for all the badass stuff you see in here. If you're interested in any of that, head on over to the links down below and you will help support the channel if you buy anything with either one of these links. Thank you very much again for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know in the comments also if you liked the video. It's about time we toured this facility, and also let me know if I should make these desks black. I'm thinking of ordering rubber to put them on the desks, but I'm just scared that it gets a little bit doomy and gloomy in here. Anyway, okay, bye!